I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
Where people was doing like a lot of photo ops. So we was there and we started taking pictures, and I looked around and Carlos has disappeared, and I was like, girl, where's Carlos? She was like, I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, so we taking pictures, doing our little photo op, doing our big one. We had been in front of that sign, I know, for a good 20-30 minutes. Taking every kind of picture there was to take for both of us. And so when we had walked around a lot, so we had gotten to the point where it was like, okay, we're gonna get to the end. We was actually looking for the wax museum, because the wax museum is in the Venetian. And so when we got to the wax museum, she was like, friend, I don't want to spend $30 to go look at the wax people. And I was like, yeah, like me either. So once we saw the price, it was like, yeah, no, this is pre C19. I have to be careful with what I say. This is pre C19. So I was like, okay, friend, we don't have to do that. So we like at a certain point, and so she had hit him up. I think at like the DM or whatever. So she was like, Carlos, where are you? Like, we getting ready to go. We getting like, are you gonna show us around Vegas, because you been here? You've been here so much. Are you gonna show us around Vegas? And so he was like, oh yeah, my bad. I went to my room to go eat my food. I kind of understood that. So he was like, all right, where y'all at? So she told him where we was at. She was like we're in the front. So we're right here. So he was like, okay, I'm on my way down. And we waited for Carlos for a good 20 minutes. So Carlos finally shows up, and then we're taking pictures. So I'm making jokes because I'm catching the vibe. Carlos wants a pickle tickle. You not catching the vibe that Carlos wants a pickle tickle, and he feels like I'm blocking. But again, I'm the type of friend, I don't judge, and I'm gonna repeatedly ask, because if you wanna, sweetie, I can go back to our room and he can take you on up to his room, and I can go on about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no hater. So so I'm going like catching the vibe, because she'll ask Carlos a question and he'll answer fully. I'll be like, oh, so have you been to this? And he'll be like, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm catching the vibe, right? So we walking around, and I was like, okay, so where you gonna show us, like, where we going? He was like, I'm kind of tired. I ain't really going nowhere. So I looked at her, because it's like, girl, we got all night. We can walk the strip. And so she was like, well, we can go back to our hotel. And she was like, I want to gamble a little bit. I ain't really a gambler. I'm more of, like, I'll play one or two, maybe. If that, when I'm done, I'm done. So we went back to the Mirage, and then we walked in, and so they started gambling. And so he started playing, she started playing, like they like to gamble. So she was like, come on, friend, you can at least gamble once. So I did. I actually gambled twice. I won 75 cents. I'm out. I'm out. Give me my little ticket, show that I won. I ain't even cashing it in. I'm out of here. I think I finally threw that ticket away. I don't know. If I find it, I'll take a picture of it. So I was like, I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna let y'all talk. And so she kind of caught me a look, and I was like, girl, he trying. He trying his hardest to get you to his room. He not gonna stop until you be like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm going upstairs. So I go upstairs. Mind you, again, this is our first time in Vegas. So when we first went upstairs, when we first checked in, there was no like security or nothing at the elevators to go up to your rooms. This time there was security, so you had to show like your room key. You had to show all this stuff. We both had our own room key or whatever. Because when you check in, they do tell you, they was like, everybody need to keep their room key on. So he was like, oh, okay, cool. So went upstairs, like when I got the security, was like, I need to see, and I was like, damn. So, and then he was also like, you're not gonna be able, like, the elevator not gonna move unless you do your room key. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's why they told us to always have your room key. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I had texted her once I got upstairs to the room, and I was like, hey, you have your room key? And I was like, because they're not gonna let you upstairs without your room key, so you made sure you had it. She was like, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay, yeah. It's our first time in Vegas, so I'm in there chilling. I just took my little bath. I'm sitting in the bed, rubbing my feet together, watching TV. So I was good, like 20 minutes. She came upstairs, and so she was like, why you left me down there by myself? And I was like, girl, I told you. Carlos was trying to get it in. And I was like, and you had to tell him no. Like, it's like, get rid of your friend so we could go do whatever. She was like, first of all, me cool or whatever. She was like, we used to work together. I don't even know him like that. Second of all, he's married. Clearly, Carlos don't care. Clearly, Carlos wants some Vegas nookie nook. So, clearly he didn't care. I said, girl, he don't care. He don't care. Like, I was like, his whole purpose of being like, yeah, let's hook up, and him giving me like the cold shoulder was for me to get gone so y'all can go do whatever. He can give you his pickle. She was like, yeah, no. So I was like, oh, so he left. She was like, yeah, he gone. And she was like, when she had him up to be like, oh, you left, because he left. He just left her down there by herself. She was like, she looked around. After he was like, you want to come to my room? And she was like, no. He left. Didn't say bye. Didn't say nothing. He left. Girl, he wanted them draws. And I was like, And so, anyway, so she was like, yeah, I didn't even know he left. She was like, so, what you want to do? And I was like, well, we can go downstairs. We can walk around again. We can go eat. Or you want to start over tomorrow? She was like, yeah, let's start over tomorrow. I'm kind of tired. But being, like, being in the airplane, being on the plane all day. And she was like, and you missing your flight? And I was like, well, I'm already dressed for bed. But it was nothing for me. I'm an impromptu person when it's the right person. You tell me, hey, let's do this. I'm hopping up. Let's do it. Especially if it's somebody I don't mind hanging out with, chilling with. I'm an impromptu person. We can do that. Even if it's like, hey, can you come to my house? Like, impromptu. If it's somebody I like, we sit, we eat, we order pizza, we watch movies, etc., etc. I'm down. Anyway. So, yeah. So, she was like, okay, yeah, let's start over tomorrow. So, I was like, all right, cool. So, when she woke up, finally, it was like, we're looking at, like, the list of stuff. And I was like, yeah, because we need to find, like, a Walmart so I can cash my check. And we need to get snacks because if you've been to Vegas, of course, like in most expensive hotels, there's a section, there's a bar. And it's motion sensor. You move it. Peanuts that's 25 cents, $1 at the gas station is $5. If you move it, they're going to charge you anyway. Don't touch it. Because when the sensor go off that you moved it, they're charging you $5 for $1 peanut. Baby, here's the thing what I recognize in there. I said, all this money for this room and ain't no microwave in here? How am I supposed to warm up my food? How? When we go to this big time fine dining restaurant, how am I supposed to warm up my food? Mad. Because I was like, how you this expensive and I got no microwave in here? You want me to come way downstairs to heat up my food? That's crazy. You got a whole bar in here. Baby, if you don't throw a microwave in this mother. What? So we complained about that. We complained about no microwave. And I was thinking it didn't have no fridge either. Mad. Baby, give me a cheap room with a microwave. With a microwave in the fridge. What? Anyway. So the next day we woke up and we went downstairs because I was like, okay, we need to go to Walmart. So we had seen people with Walmart bags. So I was like, oh, it's a Walmart somewhere. And we had decided like we was going to get snacks. But we woke up and we went back to McDonald's for breakfast. So we ended up walking next door to get McDonald's. I think I'll insert that video. It's a Snap. I was on Snap. On the atmosphere. Good morning, Vegas. Who walks around in their pajamas? We're going to get food.
Who brings breakfast. Florida all the way to Vegas?
Go Dogs.
Go Gators. Don't be a hater all your life.
Boo. Good morning. Morning. From Nevada. It's pretty as hell though.
You gotta turn it to the opposite direction.
I did. Boo, I did. Turn it out like that.
No, that's like
How's she trying to teach me how to use Snapchat and she just learned? So yeah, so it was like, okay, we went to get breakfast. After breakfast, we came back, and then that's when we was like looking at the list, and it was like, okay, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? I don't think, what was this? Friday. Erica wasn't getting married until Saturday. Right, sis, cut up, sis. So Friday, she was like, okay, friend, what you want to do? What we doing? So this is when we decided to hotel hop. So in each hotel, like, there's something to do. The best thing, I don't know if they still do it now, the best thing to do, like, they have a bus that goes up and down the strip. It's $25. When we went, 2018, it was $25. I don't know how much it is now. But the ticket for the bus is $25 for 24 hours. The lady had explained to us. And it take you up and down the strip as many times as you want within 24 hours. Which was the best thing to do. She was like, that's the best thing to do. She was like, Walmart, because I was looking for a SunTrust because that was my bank at the time. Horrible bank. To me. So because I was like, I need to cash my check. And if I don't cash it, like me trying to just putting it in there, like, you know, it take, like, they put a hole on your check, child. And so she was like, I don't know anything about a SunTrust, but she was like, this is where Walmart is. I don't know why we didn't go to Walmart. I don't know why we didn't Uber to Walmart. We end up doing stuff in the hotel because this is when we went through the Secret Oasis. Absolutely love the Secret Oasis. We got a sprinkler system installed. Hi.
Dang, they saw it.
Hi. They saw her.
Wow.
We came at the right time. He's huge.
Haley, play with the ball.
If you did not get a chance to experience that, you missed out. That's where Siegfried and Roy had like all that after, you know, he had got bit by the tiger. That's where all like the tigers and the panthers, the white tigers and all that stuff was in. We took a picture with Siegfried. Actually, before he passed away, he was talking to us and he was telling us how Roy was his best friend. He did a magic trick because like the people who was in front of us, she turned around, she was like, do you guys mind taking a picture? And so yeah, I was like, girl, yeah, you can take a picture. I was like, we'll take a picture. And I was like, we'll take a picture of you and your daughter, because it was her and her daughter. Because I had asked her, because she had an M&M bag, and I was like, girl, that's an M&M store here? She was like, yeah. And so she was telling us like where the M&M store was. And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. Was this Saturday? No, this was Friday. Or Saturday. I think this is Friday. Yes. Friday we was hotel hopping. Yes. So she, like I saw that and I was like, yeah, so we'll take a picture of you and your daughter and you take a picture of us. And so we played it like we was family. And so we was snapping pictures. Well, I was snapping pictures of them, and then she turned around, I gave her my phone, and she snapped pictures of me and Busy Bee and of Siegfried, because he stood in the park and took pictures and like and did like a magic trick. He did it for the little girl, but the one angle that he did it for, I think he was trying to do it on me, and I kept moving because I'm an SA survivor. So like he kept trying to hold on to my arm, and I was pulling it back, not realizing he was trying to do his little magic trick. And he ended up doing it on Busy Bee, and the girl ended up seeing like the trick, and so she was like, At first she was impressed when he did it on her. Anyway, so yeah, so we were hotel hopping, having a good time, and we end the day. We never went to Walmart. My check is still in there. Like, it was just, in Vegas, there's so much to do. You are never going to get bored. The day feel like it never ends. It's like, what time is it? And you have done 20 things, and you're gonna look at your watch, and it's gonna be 12 noon. It's gonna be 12 noon. You sitting there going, yeah. So anyway, and it's hot. It is definitely hot. We went in August. So anyway, yeah, we're walking around in hotel hopped, and we get to the wedding, get to the point where we gonna skip forward. We get to the point where it's like time for the wedding or whatever, like the next day. And so the next day we had went to the Mandalay Bay, and we went to the Shark Reef. So we was hustling back. Well, trying to hustle back, because after we left Mandalay Bay, we wanted to go to the M&M store. Because actually, I wanted to go to New York. We were in New York, and I was like, I want to ride the roller coaster. But Busy Bee has vertigo, and so she was like, I can't do the roller coaster, friend. So I didn't want to do it by myself. So we didn't do that. We just walked around, and then we left and went to the M&M store and the Coca-Cola store, which was like right beside each other. So after we left there, and she looking at the time, she was like, what time does the wedding start? So at the point, I thought the wedding started at 1 o'clock. So she was like, girl, we got to hurry up and go get dressed. And then I looked at the email that Erica sent me, and I was like, ooh. And I was like, it's 2. But I wanted to get this mask that I had saw. And I was like, I want to get the mask that I had saw. It moves basically like when music is playing or when you talking, the mask move. And so I was like, I want to get one for me and one for Ty. And so we was walking back, and she was kind of, like I said, Vegas is hot. So if you're not used to constantly walking, or if you have a health issue, Vegas is not for you. If you can't keep up with the walking, Vegas is not for you. It's not for you. If you're just going to like a venue, like a concert or something, and you just walk into that venue like you're close, but to constantly walk the strip, if you have a health issue, you got bad knees, you got bad ankles, it's a situation where you can't do it because it's hot, Vegas is not for you. I'm a country girl, used to the heat, and I was ecstatic because I wanted to walk back and forth. And so anyway, so we're walking back from New York. Well, we're walking back from actually the M&M store and Coca-Cola, and we got to Paris. And because I remember, like, I'm pretty good with like remembering certain things. So I had remembered from the day before of us just walking around, because I was like, ooh, Krispy Kreme. And then we had went into this store where it was like a souvenir store. And so we walking, and so she had made the comment. So she was like, if this pop-up shop is not where you say it is, I know something. So I got a little quiet because I was like, okay, yeah, so I'm gonna just chop it up to like you know, you don't feel good, because who the hell are you talking to? So I'm gonna just chop it up that you're not feeling good. That's what I'm gonna chop it up to. So she was like, so when we turned the corner, there was the pop-up shop. So I called Ty to see like which mask did he want, and he didn't answer the phone. He didn't answer the phone. Ty has missed out on a lot of blessings not answering his phone. But you answer for your homies and your friends. You will wake up out of your sleep. So when I tell people, if he want to, he will. Or when people want to do stuff for you, they will. They will go out of their way to do it for you. If they constantly giving you excuses, they don't want to do it for you, poo-poo. Don't even ask. Just let it be. Believe them. They don't want to do it for you. They don't. Anyway, so he didn't answer, so I just picked. I wanted the score, and I got him Spider-Man. That they end up stealing for him after you left me with the rent. Check out that story time. So that playlist actually. Anyway, so got the mask, and then she was like, I was like, okay, our hotel is right here. So if you know where Paris is across the street from the Bellagio. We're down the street because we had figured that out because she was like, I want to do the Bellagio fountains. Like when we was planning, while we're sitting in the room, us not thinking like, well, we don't know because this is our first time. It's like the Bellagio was literally like a hop, skip, and a jump from our hotel. But we're thinking like, oh, okay, we're going to have to Uber to these places because we have no idea. So I was like, girl, the hotel right there. For me, I'm a country girl. Us sitting outside waiting on the bus, we're sitting in the sun. We're sitting still. It's better to keep moving. So, because the hotel is right here. And then, again, I pay attention. So, I was like, it's right here. And we can go in the back way, in the Mirage. We don't have to walk to the front. We could go the back way and walk in the Mirage. She was like, no, we're going to wait for the bus. I'm hot. I'm tired. I don't feel good. We're going to wait for the bus. So we're sitting out in the sun a good 10, 15 minutes waiting for the bus. So we're sitting there, we're waiting for the bus. The bus shows up. So when the bus shows up, we get on the bus. We're riding past our hotel. And you start yelling at one of these dudes to pull on the lever so the bus will stop. So you're saying, excuse me, pull the lever. Excuse me, pull the lever. And then you say, dude, pull the lever. And so the white, he was Caucasian. So he looked at you and pulled the lever like that in sarcasm. So an African-American man turned around and said, excuse me, that's not the type of bus this is. He was like, the next stop for this bus is not until we get further down. The whole time, like, I'm quiet. Because sometimes it's okay to listen to other people. Like, when I'm literally telling y'all, like, it was quicker to walk. Because I had looked at the email and I was like, girl, we got time. Because before we were rushing because I had gave her the wrong time that the wedding was starting. And I was like, we got time once I looked at the email. Because I thought it started at 1, it started at 2. So he was like, yeah, it's going to be further down. So why we passed our hotel and where we were dropped off at, we have to walk further back to get to our hotel. So now the little bit of time that it was going to take us to walk to our hotel, we now have to walk farther because you wanted to wait on the bus. So the whole time I'm quiet because I'm that type of girl too. Again, when they say Capricorns overthink, and most of the time we be right, I let you sit in your shit. I let you sit in it. Here you go. We're doing exactly what you asked to do. So we are past Treasure Island. Because when we're walking back, we pass like the sugar factory. The bus passed all that. We have to walk back towards the Mirage. If those who have been to Vegas, you know what I'm talking about. We were at Paris, right across from Bellagio. So there's Bellagio, Caesars, Mirage. Now we're on the opposite end, past the sugar factory where the bus dropped us off at, and we gotta walk back. So we walking, and now you're far off in a worse situation than what you was previous. It's so hot. The cross guard, the cop was like, ladies, y'all need to get out the heat. And so she was like, yeah, we got to get out the heat. So Treasure Island comes up, and I was like, let's go through Treasure Island. So that way you're walking through, and we get to look in this hotel. Because Treasure Island was one of the hotels that we did not hotel hop in. Which was, we planned to, but we didn't. So we walked through Treasure Island. We left out of there after you cooled off. We started walking towards the Mirage. We get to the Mirage, and so she was like, I just need to rest. So I went ahead and took my shower. So we got dressed, and then we started taking pictures for the wedding. So getting ready to go to the wedding. So we took pictures. We got dressed and took pictures. She had this bag. So I was like, oh, I can put my stuff in your bag because the bag was huge. I was like, I can put my shoes in there. I wear heels, but I don't like them. I can wear them. I don't like them. I'm a sneaker chick. Give me some sneakers. But when the occasion calls for them, baby, I can put that ish on. Anyway, I'm more of a chill leggings. Actually, not even leggings. Put me in some pajamas, loungewear, and I can watch TV with some food and a good movie, a good series, a good crime channel. I'm there. And I can be all up under you, depending on who you are. Anyway. So yeah. So it was like, oh, okay, cool. So you wanted to rest, so I went ahead and took my shower and stuff first. You got dressed, then we took pictures, and we ended up calling an Uber. So when we called the Uber to take us to the Westgate, because the Westgate was far off. Definitely wasn't walking to the Westgate, chill. So to go to the wedding. Excuse me. So we talking to the man, and the man was telling us like the hardest he had gigs. So he was telling us like stories of how long he had lived in Vegas. The one story of how a lawyer came there and ruined their life, lost all their money, and ended up having to drive limos to pay off their debt. And then like I think the hardest for him, it had gotten that summer that we was there. I think it was like 122, 125, something like that. He was telling us like how hard it was or whatever. So once we got out of the Uber and we go in, and so when we walk up to like go to the wedding, I'm looking around and I was like, girl, we overdressed. So Busy Bee kind of caught me a look, and I was like, it's a wedding. Like I've never been to Vegas, so I don't know. It's a wedding. We overdressed. We're definitely overdressed. But it's whatever. So I was like, girl, I don't have to take my heels out. The heels was pretty much for the picture. And I kept my little flip-flops on, my little sandals on. And so they was waiting, like they was finishing up one couple. Is literally like a production line. They was finishing up one couple, pushed the couple in, and my friend situation, her wedding started. The wedding, I think it's the time slot of 20 minutes, if that. Like you come in, your few people walk and stand for you. You say a few words. Your man say a few words. The chaplain kiss the bride, say y'all vows or whatever. We're out of there. Promise you. I was like, so as we're leaving, like we're walking through, because no. We went back to, they had a suite in the penthouse. So we're standing at the elevator. And so when we stand at the elevator, of course, wherever you go, there's going to be racist people. For black people, you get it. For those who your skin tone don't affect you, God bless you. You don't understand, but just listen. Anyway, so yeah, so there's gonna be racist people. So we're standing there waiting because her mom had the key, and like in order for you to get to the penthouse, you had to have a key for that elevator. So this hotel is busy as hell. Maybe because the wedding situation, because of the chapel where they hold weddings in, I'm assuming, unsure. But so when she wanted us to come up to the penthouse, like they invited everybody to the penthouse because they wanted to do a champagne toast. So we were waiting because her mom had the key, so we're waiting. So the elevator kept coming in, so these girls was like, we're waiting on the elevator, we're here first, like, because we're just standing on the side, we're here first. So the other elevator, the girl was like, why this elevator don't open? And so she was like, girl, that's to the penthouse. So the elevator kept coming, so her mom came around the corner, so she was like, oh, come on, girls. So because I'm an asshole, walked in front of them. Excuse me. Her mom hit the penthouse thing, and we walked on the penthouse elevator. And at this point in time, like, we were the only people standing there. Like, a couple of groups had already went before us. So, which was, I think, like, her family. So, I stood in front of the door and said, and they was like, yeah, ho. Anyway, so I'm gonna drop the video of me twerking in the penthouse. Anyway, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Judge your mama. We get up to the penthouse and we sitting there chilling. We waiting for the bride and the groom to come, so we want to do the champagne toast. And they was also offering like, hey, y'all can come have dinner with us. Like they had a special with a restaurant downstairs. But Busy Bee was like, I really don't want that. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, and I think we had other plans. I don't know. I think we did, because we had other plans as far as, because we got invited to the game night. Excuse me, the night before. And that's when we was out and about. Yeah. Yep. Because that night, no. Yeah. Yeah, we did have other plans. We wanted to finish hotel hopping and get souvenirs and stuff. She wanted to get souvenirs for her mom and stuff. Her mom and dad. Yeah. So we had, I was like, girl, we got other plans, so we not gonna do the dinner thing. And she was like, I don't think that was enough. Like the money, she didn't think it was enough food for the price that she wanted to pay. Anyway, so they getting ready to do the champagne toast, right? So getting ready to do the champagne toast, and this older lady is tapping me because they had passed around the alcohol. So when they was passing around the alcohol, like I got my glass, she was like, I'm like, ma'am, and so she was like, baby, you gonna drink that? Yes. She was like, baby, I don't do no drinking. I don't do that stuff. That stuff is the devil. Okay, well, I'm gonna let this devil get inside of me, because at this point in time, it's not like I don't drink. I'm drinking. I socially drink, but I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna toast. And at this point in time, I'm not even vlogging, but I wanted the shot, like with everybody raising their glass for the toast. This lady was talking to me, and I just told her, I was like, girl, who is this lady? She had like it was like a hair wrap, and my grandmother used to wear those too. And I was like, she kept talking like throughout the whole toast, when they was talking, when they was thanking us for coming, she steady tapping me, baby, I don't do no drinking. And I'm steady trying to drink my drink, and I don't do no drinking, baby. I don't do no drinking. I missed the shot of the toast. I didn't hear none of the speech, because I'm constantly hearing her say, baby, I don't do no drinking. That's the devil. God done deliver me. Like you telling me your whole testimony. So Busy Bee is over there laughing. So I wanted to go on the balcony, but Busy Bee was like, you got that yourself. But I didn't, because when I noticed, like, the people walking, like, well, younger kids walking out there, like, the wind was ridiculous. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. That's all right. So anyway, so after the champagne toast, I was like, I told Erica, and I was like, congratulations, friend. Like, we're not going to do dinner. And, I'll talk to you later. We'll chop it up later. So she was like, okay, thank you for coming. And we left. So as we're leaving and we walking out, we're walking through the hotel, because we haven't been in this hotel. So we walking through, like, getting little sights or whatever. And there's dudes sitting at the table. And so the dudes is sitting at the table, and they was trying to get my attention or whatever. And so I was like, how you doing? They was kind of older. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm respectful to an extent, because for women, sometimes it's unsafe, like, if you don't respond. Like, y'all, you be like, hey, how you doing? And when they be like, can I get your number? You be like, no, thank you. Well, you're ugly. Like, it turns violent for us sometimes. So I try to be respectful. When people say, hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, hey, how you doing? But I'm still walking. So we're walking, and so when we get outside and we waiting for our Uber, Busy Bee was like, dang, I can't even get the older men to, they didn't even pay me no attention. Who didn't pay you no attention? She was like, the men at the table. Like, I looked that bad, and I'm like, girl, what are we talking about? And so it was kind of killing the vibe, because, girl, it's not like you don't pull dudes, because the stuff that we talk about behind the scenes, you pull dudes. Like, I'm not understanding where this is coming from, and it's giving a weird vibe. And I was like, girl. Anyway, so we go back to the room, we change clothes, and I think this is when we go to dinner. Yes, because this is Saturday, and this is like our last night in Vegas. So yeah, so it's our last night in Vegas, and it's weird now because I'm quiet, and it's like I'm catching a vibe from you that I don't even understand. Again, maybe it was because you didn't feel good, maybe because of the heat. I don't know what it was, but it's like, girl, it's giving weird right now. Anyway, so we get dressed, we go to dinner. I think this is the night we went to Bubblegum Shrimp. We went to Bubblegum Shrimp because she wanted seafood and she wanted to go to certain places. But at this point in time, like, I'm strapped because I haven't cashed my check. And I also still haven't bought a ticket home. I need to buy my flight home. I need to get my flight home. So it's like I'm a little strapped for cash because it's like, okay, like 9 times out of 10, my whole check is gone because literally this, I'm thinking I'm getting charged at the end of the trip, not in the beginning of the trip. Don't do that. Anyway, always prepare. Anyway, so yeah, so it was like I'm kind of strapped for cash because I still have to buy my ticket home. So I'm looking. After we left dinner, she kind of taking my pictures, and I'm kind of taking her. Well, I'm taking her pictures, but she kind of taking my pictures, and it's like at this point we ain't gotta take pictures no more. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll back away before I engage because I know once I engage, I could get there. And you don't want me there. So let me just remove myself. So anyway, we get back and so I'm looking for flights because it's like at this point in time, I don't have a choice but to screenshot, like deposit my check through the phone, which means it's gonna be on hold. Well, I'm looking at the date and I'm panicking, of course. And it was like, oh, it'll be available. Like, it was only, like, the full thing was going to be available, of course, like Monday. But it was given enough to where I can find a ticket. So I'm scrolling. I was like, girl, I need to leave early Sunday morning. And so she kind of had an attitude about it because she was like, well, when I said I was leaving early Sunday morning, you made a big deal. And I was like, I actually didn't. I told you you had do what you had to do, and I was like, but I haven't bought my ticket home. You have your flight home because I think she had like a round trip. And I was like, I need to get my flight home, like, and this is according to like what's in my account right now. This is what I can do, and so she was like, so you gonna leave me here by myself? So I was like, girl, so you want me to wait and you leave before me? No, it's fine. All right, cool. So after dinner or whatever, actually before that, like, we was walking around, and a lot of the places, like, she kept going back and forth because she wanted to do something new. Mind you, I forgot to put that part in because I got some Vegas vlogs up, but it's not like Storytime. Is just literally like what we did, like little snippets of what we did. And we went to breakfast in one of the restaurants in the hotel. I got a breakfast sandwich, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and it was on, I think, on ciabatta bread or a ciabatta roll. Some breakfast potatoes with extra cheese and bacon because I hadn't had pork in a while, and I was like, ooh, extra bacon. That plate was $40, and it wasn't even that good. Pissed off, baby. I could have went and got me an Egg McMuffin for $5, which is why I say, just because you spend a lot of money on it, baby, don't mean it's gonna be good. Because a lot of times them expensive restaurants, they come in and give you a little teaspoon of food and you paying $100 for the plate. Don't waste my money. Anyway, like, even with people who be like, oh, baby, I got a Ruth's Chris. Baby, they use the same tap water as Olive Garden. As the same tap water you boil your noodles in, that's the same tap water they use in the city. Y'all put too much focus on money. Anyway, yeah, so it's like, at this point in time, she was looking for someplace. She was like, I want to go to someplace new because she was like, I don't want to do Hell's Kitchen because she said one of her family members had eaten at Hell's Kitchen and it wasn't all that good. We went to the guy Ferretti. We went to walked around his restaurant and stuff. She was like, and then we finally went to like decided on bubblegum shrimp. Because she was paying because my money was going towards my ticket. Again, I had no idea they was gonna like clean me out. Cause she paid like $200, I paid $300 and something. Cause there was the extra $100 hole on mine. So and then like I ain't trying to find the cash in my check or whatever. So anyway, so I had to deposit my check, and once I deposit my check, they had to buy my plane ticket home because I hadn't bought my ticket. So bought my ticket, and so she was like, "It's cool, like I'll check out or whatever." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I left early morning. She ended up giving me the money for my Uber to get to the airport because most of my money was on hold. They gave me just enough but I could buy my ticket home. And I was like, "Girl, when they clear my check on Monday, I'll shoot you the stuff, your money back for the Uber and stuff." So I left, went to, and went getting ready to go to the airport. And so before I'm walking out, she was like, "You got your phone, you got your," like she made a little joke and it was funny or whatever. Like she still do that now, if and when we travel. Like people who know, cause I do that too. So I be like, "You got your phone, cause baby, I'll leave my phone." Anyway, so yeah, so get to the airport. Dude was cool. Get on my flight. Actually, to get on my flight, it was ridiculous. And then my flight back was Spirit. That's probably why the line was ridiculous. That's probably why the line was ridiculous, because I got a Spirit flight. Even though like I had paid everything for my ticket, like my bag was checked, like you have to check your own bag and everything. And like I told the lady, I was like, "This is my first time doing this, baby. I'm used to walking up to the Delta counter, putting my bag on there. They put my ticket and stuff on there and go. I ain't used to putting my stuff on there and I got to put it on there and then walk up to the counter and then you just, what are you here for?" Anyway, so yeah, so that was my first time ever flying Spirit. So the line was ridiculous. Like if I find that picture, I'll put it in there. So anyway, so yeah, I was like, "Girl, be careful going to the airport. This is what the line looked like." When she got to the airport, when it was her time to leave, because she had to check out. I think her flight didn't leave till like 1 o'clock. It might have been before then. I don't know. But when she got to like time for her to go to the lines, it was nobody there. Like it was clear as hell. I was like, "Ain't that some?" Anyway. So yeah, went home and went back to work. And when I went back to work, literally a day or two later, I got laid off. Is that story time up already? I don't know. I have to look. If it is, I'll put in the story time. I don't think it is. I think that story time is not till next year. But yeah, I got back and got laid off. And it's not something that I did. Yeah. And that is the conclusion of I missed my flight to Vegas. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.